Dandavat Pranam Maharaj.
Haribo, Dandavat.
Happy New Year, Maharaj.
Yes, you too. How are you today?
By your mercy, I'm okay, Maharaj.
You working? Not working today.
I'm working, Maharaj, working.
You're working. Oh.
Yeah, today, tomorrow also.
They don't let you wear tilak at work?
Sorry, Maharaj.
They let you wear tilak at work. Huh? Do they let you?
I didn't.
You tell her.
Maharaj is asking if they allow you to wear tilak at work.
Yeah, I am not allowed, but I am hiding some. No,
Oh, I see.
I don't so. I don't so. I am joining class.
Okay. Still cold there? Is it?
Yes, Maharaj. Cold, windy, raining. How is weather in your place, Maharaj?
Here it's a little warm, like springtime. Yeah, for a few days we've been getting warm weather. It's very nice. I turn it more. Oh.
Pranam Dandavat
Dandavat.
Maharaj.
Dandavat.
Dandavat Maharaj. Dandavat Uma Devi.
Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat.
Happy New Year, Didi.
Happy New Year.
Oh,
Happy
yeah.
New Year, Maharaj.
Yes.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. 2023, huh?
2023.
23 now. Next coming is 23.
Yes.
23.
Yes. In my society, they are doing New Year's party.
Yes.
Yes.
But I don't go to those.
Yes. So you can listen to music. This is the music coming.
They have the fireworks?
Yes, firework also. And food also. Food and dance.
But they are doing the same thing next year they do this year. They're not changing anything.
Yes, yes.
Only
Yes.
number is changing, but everything else remains the same.
Yes, I'm not able to listen clearly. So
I say,
she's putting headphones on.
Yes, the year is changing, the number, but everything else remains the same.
yes, yes, remains the same. But maybe change for the better sometimes. Like Corona is again coming back. People are little scared. What do you have to say about Corona pandemic?
What to say? Krishna's will. Terrible, but it's many people have died. One in America, 1 million people. 1 million people died from that disease. Despite all their vaccinations and everything, still 1 million people.
What do you have to say about death?
death. Whoever is born has to die. It's part of life.
But then why people are so scared about death?
Yes. They don't know what's going to happen. They have not lived a good life, and they know what's coming. They have to suffer the results of their bad actions. They know. If you have lived a good life, you're not afraid of death. You know you will get some better life, better situation. Anyhow, devotees think, next life I will also want to serve. If I can serve Krishna, no problem. I could take millions of births, not a problem. As long as I can serve. Who has service in their life, they are blessed. We wish the blessings of a lot of service in 2023 for all. You may have a lot of opportunities to serve. And that will be a very blessed year, blessed new year. That should be the one thing people wish for in the new year, that they may have a lot of service opportunities for divine service of the Vaishnava, service of Mahaprabhu. If they pray for that, that will be a good change. Anything else is only the same thing. Pradhanji, are you there?
Yes.
Oh, how are you, my dear friend?
Okay.
Yes. Where are you now? Are you in New Jersey?
I'm sorry?
Are you in New Jersey?
Yeah, in Princeton,
Yeah.
yes, correct.
Okay.
Yes. Yes,
So
sir.
we're getting some nice weather now, huh?
Yeah, very nice. On the mild side, yeah. Yep. Thank
So
you.
many people died. About 50 people died from the
Buffalo, yes, correct.
cold weather in New York.
Yeah, that's too bad, yeah.
In New York, about 50 people.
Yeah.
They were caught in their car, or they
Yeah.
were caught at home.
Yeah. It's very unfortunate, yeah.
So cold.
Yep.
Now it's actually a miracle that it came so warm, huh?
Yeah, right, yeah.
Anyhow, I also hope you will have a blessed new year.
Thank you.
With many
You too.
opportunities for service.
Yep.
And it'll be a good new year for you.
Yeah.
Surrender to Krishna. Do you have a wife?
Yes, I do.
You're married? Yeah.
Yes.
What does she think? Is she a Krishna devotee? She a devotee of Krishna?
Yeah, yes, she is religious. I didn't really discuss that because I don't understand myself, but she does. She has more knowledge. Their family is religious, yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
His wife does puja to the Sadbhuj that was here.
Yeah. That's correct. Yeah, that's correct. I'm not involved, but yeah, they do that. Yeah. There's a temple here in just very close to our house in Princeton.
What temple is that?
There's a temple here.
What temple?
Oh God, it's 2.3 miles, 2 miles from here on Route 27. It's called Durga Temple. Yes, yes,
Oh,
yes.
Durga. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And in Diwali, it gets apparently it gets very crowded, meaning that there's a line or something. Yeah, yeah. Durga Temple. Yeah. There's one Durga Temple here. There's one in Lawrenceville Temple, and the priest is from Puri. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's what you
Yeah.
talk. Bengali
Because,
devotee.
actually, as a matter of fact, the funny thing is, I don't, you know, the American Girl, the doll, American Girl doll, the American Girl doll, you know, which is a very iconic American Girl toy. It's very expensive, upscale, Westby. Yesterday, they got Indian Girl from Edison. They made the American doll. Did I make sense?
Yeah. He's saying
Okay.
there's a very popular American toy called
Very expensive, very upper classy,
American Girl doll.
aristocracy, America. Yes, yes. Yesterday,
This
somebody got it
edition
from
of
New
the
Jersey.
American Girl doll was actually an Indian girl from Edison, New Jersey.
Right, correct. Isn't that amazing? Yeah. New Jersey is like,
Oh.
yeah,
Huh.
yeah, yeah. New Jersey is all Indians. Yeah, anyway, it's crazy out here. All the grocery stores are closing down. It's taken over by Indian stores, like, you know, Apna Bazaar and stuff like that. Like Stop and Shop is closing down. This is crazy. It's just a little too much. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, it is what it is. Well, you know, the only way is Americans have to start studying, getting jobs in computer science before India takes over. You know, nobody wants to study STEM here, so it's catch-22. Yeah. So none of the contracts that is happening is not America connected.
Haribo.
Thank you, Haribo. Yeah.
Dandavat pranam.
Dhanyavad.
Haribo. Dandavat pranam Maharaj and devotee.
Ananda.
How are you, Maharaj?
We are okay. Now we are seeing you. We are happy. Oh, look at the tree.
How are
in the back, huh? With a big star on the top. Nice Christmas tree.
Yes, Maharaj.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Feliz Año Nuevo.
Muy grande estrella.
What is that?
Happy New Year.
Funny.
We are very happy for see you and devotees in this day. Is great opportunity for learn the rare Vaishnavas in assembly, Assemblea Vaishnava. Thank you, Maharaj, and devotee.
Sadhu-Sanga.
Sadhu-Sanga.
There is some problem in my computer.
Oh,
So
okay.
I joined from mobile.
Okay.
So
Pragya.
I'm trying. Some problem is there in my computer.
Okay. Pragya. Pragya Prabhu?
That's Devi. She's a lady from Texas. She came.
Oh, are you the one from Austin? Haribo.
We can't hear you, Pragya. You're muted, I think. We're not able to hear.
Your mic is turned off.
Now you can hear me?
Yes, now we can hear you.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Please
Haribo.
accept my obeisances.
Hare Krishna.
I can't hear you.
Now we can, yes. Nice to see you again.
Thank you, Maharaj. Also, thank you so much for your association.
Thank you for yours. We're very happy to have your company also.
Thank you. You're so kind.
You are feeling well?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Good.
You're in Texas? Is it very cold in Texas?
No, it was cold for 2 days or 3 days, and it's been fine throughout after that.
Okay.
So we've been lucky with the weather.
Here, people have died from the cold.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty bad, Maharaj. I hope everything is fine at your end.
Now it's okay. Now that the temperature became warm again,
Okay.
like springtime now.
Yes, it's been bad for a lot of people. Yes, very difficult time.
Krishna is teaching us so many problems is given over 2022. So many problems, huh? And 21 also. Teaching us how to be tolerant and faithful
Yes,
despite all difficulties.
yes, Maharaj.
Whole life we face many difficulties.
Yes.
Krishna Kesava Prabhu came to us a few years ago. He wanted to be sat-cit-ananda. But he had to face so many difficulties with me. All these difficulties.
Yes, there are obstacles everywhere. I mean, even when you're doing Krishna consciousness, you have so much internal blocks as well because you stop yourself.
Even Krishna had to face difficulties in his life. So many demons and enemies came to him. And even Mahaprabhu, his problems were different though. He was feeling separation, but always crying, always in agony. The life of a devotee is like that.
Thank you, Maharaj.
The
Maharaj.
negative, the negative and the positive.
Yes.
Any questions anybody has they want to ask? How do we have a happy new year? What is the best way to have a happy new year? Shall we go out and party?
Nagar Sankirtan.
Nagar Sankirtan.
Maharaj, this is the party.
That's the party.
The best party. See,
Sankirtan
I'm
party.
devotee.
Yeah. Sankirtan party. That is it.
Yes, Kirtan party. Make a Kirtan party.
Kirtan party. We can,
Song of Lord Krishna.
if we can join the Kirtan party all year, that will be very happy. The blessings. How do we get the blessings? What are the blessings of Gurudev and Krishna? What are those blessings? That blessing is the blessing of service, divine service. As many opportunities for divine service that we get, that's how many blessings we will get in the new year. So I wish you many blessings, a blessed new year, with many opportunities for divine service. And it'll be a happy new year. Serving without expecting any great reward, without looking at any reward. Maybe only unhappiness will come also, but still serving in spite of that. That is the triumph of spirit. Spirit can triumph over all negativity, the negative, and knows how to do that. It can take upon itself any sacrifice. Nothing can conquer the spirit. And the more we rise to the plane of spirit, the more we can understand the spiritual and realize that everything is spirit. What's that? Can it translate?
I think it got an update. I think it can.
Oh. Yeah.
Caption in Espanol.
Okay, Maharaja.
Oh.
Thank you.
Prabhu,
Yes.
the caption in Espanol. See?
Ah. Canción.
Correct and no correct in Espanol
Ca-
at the bottom of the
ca-
screen.
De canción es de sing. Cantar. Chan.
At the bottom of the screen, on the bottom.
Text.
Yeah, on the bottom. Do you see it in Spanish? My words in Spanish?
Ah, yeah. No, in English. Oh, in English. No Spanish.
Better in English.
Better in English.
Ah, ahora sí, yes, Maharaja. Oh. No, oh. Yeah. Yeah, wow.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy.
Happy are you?
It's not good. But they're trying, but it's not good.
Not very nice. Yeah. All right.
We'll go English.
It's better English, Maharaj.
Yes. So let us chant the prayers to our Gurudev, our Guru Varga, Vandana, on this new year coming up. Not two more. Okay. Vandeham Yuta Bhagavatam Sri Guru Sri Rupam Agvajatam Sahajanaram Am Sajiva Advaitam Sri Radha Krishna Om Agana Bhakti Gorvabhista
Supurakam Nitya Siddhya Samastarida Nipuna Vantanuga Govinda Vidyanugaram Pararam Bhagyavita Shodaram Vande Vishwa Guru Shariya Bhagavan Premo Divya Pradam
Devam
Devam
Dhyatma
Dhyatmanam Maharashidam Saranam Daksaya Paranam Vidya Buddhi
Sri Siddhartha
Shirantachishpatiyasitam
Sadhu-Sanga
Saranam Varanam
Vande
Vandematam Saranam Yashishvaran Sridhara
Sri Siddhartha
Nanda Saraswati ki Vindu Diya Guru
Namo Guru
Nama Guru Kishoraya Bhakta Adhika Radha
Bhakti
Bhakti Vinodam
Vinodam
Sakti
Sri
Bhakti
Bhakti
Sastrajya
Sastraja Samaraja Radha Rasa
Sarayam
Sudhanidhi
Gaura Vindhasa
Shishai Vaishnava
Vandya Vigraham
Jagannatha
Jagannatha Prabhu Mande Prema Vida Vishnade
Vanshakalpa
Bhakta
Tarubhaya
Krishnavaya Patita
Patitam
Patitam Prabhanesya Vaishnaveyo Namo Namaha
Panchakalpatam
Panchatattvam
Krishna
Krishnam
Bhattarupasarupaka
Bhaktavatarupakam
Bhaktavatara Bhaganyam
Bhaktavatarupakam
Namami
Namami
Bhaktasamitam
Sasitam
Namo Maha
Namo Mahavadanaya Krishna Prema
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Chaitanya
Krishna Chaitanya
Guru Krishna Namo Namaha
Gaurasena
Jayatam
Jayatam Sarota Mata Sarvasya Padma Bhujo Radha Madan Mohana Vidyad Vrindavya Vrinadha Srimad Ratnagara Simhasanam
Priyaya Kesavasya Cha Krishna Bhakti Pradeti Satyavadhyaya Namo Namaha Mantra Mantra Guru Guru Bhagavata Yasam Jaya Guru
Jaya Saparitara Siddhi Guru Gauranga Gandarpa Govinda Shuddhar Padamba Jaya Su
Shri
Sri
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya
Chaitanya
Prabhu
Prabhu
Nityananda
Shri
Shri
Advaita
Advaita
Gadadhara
Gadadhara
Srivasadi
Vasudevara Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
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 Rama
Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
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 Rama Hare Hare
Jai Srila
Hare
Prabhupada Srila
Krishna
Guru
Jai
Maharaj Srila
Krishna
Gurudev Srila Chayadev Srila Santa Maharaj Ki Jai Giri Govardhan Ki Jai Veda Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai Glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the worldwide devotees. Gaur Premanandi Hari.
Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Sripad Bhakti
Sripad Bhakti Maharaj Ki Jai.
Jai.
Maharaj, tell something about the mind.
Mind?
Is there any difference between mind and consciousness?
Oh, yes. Mind, what is in your mind, you can be conscious of that. The mind, the thoughts, the feelings, you're conscious of that. It can be conscious. So mind is the content and consciousness is the concept. The conceiving element, consciousness. Conceptual part, consciousness. Mind and the ego and the intelligence and the body, they are all content of consciousness, object of consciousness, according to Sankhya philosophy. In the Gita, it mentions the 8 elements. How does that verse? Bhumir Apanalo Vayu. Bhumir Apanalo Vayu. Kamano Buddha Evacha. Ahankara iti yangme. Bina Prakriti Ashtada. It tells us in the Gita. Bhumir means earth. Bhumir. What did I say?
Bhumir Poa.
Apa is water. Bhumir Apanalo Vayu. Air. Earth, water, air. And what else? Earth, water, air, fire,
Bhumir
and ether. Huh? Kam, ether, ka. So earth, water, fire, air, ether, and then manas, buddhi, and ahankar. Mind, intelligence, and ego. They're all the bina prakriti, the energies that are separate from me. Those are energies that are not connected with me, Krishna says. The sense elements, the elements of the senses are not connected in the material conception of life. Of course, in Krishna consciousness, everything is connected with Krishna. But from the material point of view, those elements let us forget Krishna. The earth, water, fire, everything seems separate from Krishna. Krishna is not present in those for the materialistic devotees. The mind, they never think of Krishna for the materialist. But for the devotee, the mind is his friend, because the mind is always thinking of Krishna. In the mind, we can always chant Hare Krishna. With our tongue, we can chant. With our mind, we can chant. With our intelligence, we can engage in the service of Krishna. Preaching, trying to teach and learn the philosophy. Intellect can be engaged. Learning, knowing how to serve Krishna nicely, whatever service we have, using our intelligence to do that nicely. This way, all these so-called material elements can be Krishnaized, transformed into the remembrance of Krishna to help us. For a devotee, everything comes to help him remember Krishna. They don't take him away. They take him toward Krishna. That is Krishna consciousness.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Maharaj, Spanish, please.
That's Prabhu.
Thank you, Maharaj. La devota preguntó al Maharaj que más o menos cuál es la diferencia entre la mente y la conciencia. Entonces el Maharaj dio la respuesta basada en un verso del Bhagavad Gita que el Maharaj recitó. En ese verso, el señor Krishna habla de que existe como estado, niveles, ¿no? El primer nivel es el cuerpo físico. Después del cuerpo físico están los sentidos, todos los sentidos. Más allá de los sentidos está la mente, the mind. Más allá de la mente está la inteligencia. Y más allá de la inteligencia está la conciencia. Eso está muy bien explicado en el Bhagavad Gita. Y Maharaj también explica que el cuerpo, los sentidos son muy engañadores y nos conectan a este plano material. Por lo tanto, los sentidos, el cuerpo, no son elementos fiables de confianza porque nos mantienen acá en este mundo material. Cuando una persona, incluso el ego también forma parte de eso, ¿no? Pero hay dos tipos de ego, verdadero y falso, pero el Maharaja no explicó esa parte. Pero el asunto es que la conciencia es lo máximo y de la conciencia a la conciencia de Krishna, porque es lo único que nos puede conectar con el Señor Supremo. Otros elementos no podemos apegar. La mente tampoco, porque la mente es muy engañosa. La mente happy, la mente solamente cuenta esto es bueno, esto es malo, esto es bueno, esto es malo, estoy triste, estoy alegre, good, bad, bueno, malo. La mente siempre está calculando. Entonces la mente no es el camino, no puede ser controlada. Entonces Maharaj explica que el proceso de conciencia de Krishna o la conciencia superior es esa conciencia si se llega a despertar, esa conciencia de Krishna dormida. Más o menos ese resumen de lo que explicó el Maharaj. Jai Maharaj.
Right. So in Krishna consciousness, there are three attitudes. Besides the elements, there are three attitudes we can have toward those elements. Earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, ego. There are three attitudes we can take toward them. Consciousness can take three attitudes. One is exploitation, two, renunciation, three, dedication. So how you see those elements, it depends on your attitude. This is the most important principle, the attitude of the heart. If you want to exploit those elements, if you want to renounce or reject those elements, or if you want to use those elements in devotion, this will be the main consideration. For devotee, everything is used. Everything can be utilized in the service of Krishna. He sees something, he thinks how I can use that. Some food, we're preparing some nice food. He offers that food to Krishna for his enjoyment. And then he takes whatever is the remnants of that food for his own nourishment. But the main thing is that it is offered to Krishna first. And then he takes it. Otherwise, he doesn't take food. He doesn't want to take food that's not offered. Only what is offered to Krishna, what can be used in the service of Krishna. That is desirable. for a devotee who has the attitude of dedication, devotion. Actually, in the spiritual plane, mind is not important. Sridhara told Govinda Maharaj, ignore your mind. Don't listen to your mind. You follow what I tell. Don't follow your mind. So mind is not important. Just devotion, dedication. Then everything will come from that, from your heart. Rivo.
El Maharaja dijo unas palabras muy bellas, muy bonitas. El Maharaja está explicando que la mente también tiene varios factores, 3 elementos importantes, pero hay 2, que es la explotación o la dedicación. O sea, estos elementos los podemos usar para la explotación, es decir, cuando el Maharaja habla de explotación, significa usar para el propio disfrute, para mí. Yo. Entonces, todo lo que hagamos y usemos esos elementos para mí, eso no es bueno, no es correcto, porque es para mi disfrute. Pero esos mismos elementos yo los puedo usar para el servicio, para la dedicación, para la devoción. Entonces, esos mismos elementos son usados en una manera buena, en una manera positiva, porque es para el servicio al Señor Supremo. Entonces, esas dos elementos hay que tenerlo muy importante, explotación o dedicación. Nosotros decidimos en cuál camino vamos a estar. Jai Maharaj.
Rivo.
Rivo.
Haribol.
Only left, huh? So we finished the Prapanna Jivanamrita, the main text itself, but there are a few other parts of the book that have some of the selected poems or gems of Sridhar Maharaj that he himself wrote, and for the cultivation of his own devotional life, as well as to help devotees develop their devotional life. So we could go to that today. Page 185. Page 185. This was written by Srila Maharaj, the Prabhupada, Padma Stavaka. This is written to his spiritual master, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Sujanar Hudaradita Pada Yugam Yuga Dharma Doran Dara Patra Varam Varadabhya Dayaka Puja Padam Pranamami Sada Prabhupada Padam Vajanorjita Sajjana Sangha Patam Patitari Kakaruni Kaika Katim Kati Vanshita Vansha Kachintya Padam Pranamami Sada Prabhupada Padam Ati Kamala Kanchana Dirgatanum Tanu Nindita Hema Binala Madan Madanar Buddha Bandita Chanta Padam Pranamami Sada Prabhupada Padam Nija Seva Kataraka Ranji Vidam Sidutahita Kunkrita Singha Varam Varanagata Palisha Sanda Padam Pranamami Sada Prabhupada Padam Vipulikrita Vaibhava Gora Bhavam Bhuvaneshwari Kritita Gora Dayam Dayaniya Kanarpita Gora Padam Pranamami Sada Prabhupada Padam Chiragora Janasriya Vishwaguru Guru Gora Kishoraka Dasya Param Paramadrita Bhakti Vinoda Padam Pranamami Sada Prabhupada Padam Raghurupa Sanatana Kirti Dharam Dharani Talakirti Tajiva Kavim Kavirajanato Rama Sakya Padam Pranamami Sada Prabhupada Padam Kripaya Hari Kirtana Murti Dharam Dharani Bharahara Kajkora Janam Janakari Kavatsala Snigdha Padam Pranamami Sada Prabhupada Padam Charnagata Kinkara Kalpatanum Tarudika Krita Diratan Avanya Avaram Varanendra Gandharchita Divya Padam Pranamami Sada Prabhupada Padam Parahamsa Varam Paramartha Patim Pasito Dharane Krita Vaishna Yatim Yati Rajaganaya Pariseva Padam Pranamami Sada Prabhupada Padam Rishabhanu Sutta Taitanu Charam Taranashita Renu Darastam Maham Maharadbhuta Pavana Shakti Padam Pranamami Sada Prabhupada Padam Pranamami Sada Prabhupada Padam Pranamami Sada Prabhupada Padam Rivo. This is the prayer unto the lotus feet of my Lord and Master, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Prabhupada Thakur. Oma Devi, can
Yes,
you
Maharaj.
read the first one, if you like?
Okay, Maharaj.
Do you like to read it?
Okay, Maharaj. This one. His lotus feet are served in devotion by multitudes of virus souls. He has the establisher of the religion of the age. Yes, Krishna Sankirtana. He is the presiding monarch of the Vishwa Vaishnava Raja Sabha, the universal society of the pure devotee that are the true kings of guides of all. And he is the fulfiller of the most cherished desire of those who dispel fear for all souls. Dispel fear for all souls. I make my obeisance to the lotus feet of the illustrious great souls, worshipable by one and all. Repeatedly do I make my obeisance unto the radiance emanating from the tunnels of the holy feet of my Lord.
Right, thank you. And Ananda Prabhu, would you like to read the number 2?
Yes, Maharaj.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Maharaj. He is the leader of the fortunate soul blessed with the treasure of internal pure devotion. He is greatly merciful upon the fallen souls, begin their only shelter, and his inconceivable holy feet, or the shelter for the deceiver, by deceiving them. I make my obeisance his lotus feet perpetually. Do I make my obeisance unto the radiance emanating from the nails of the holy feet of my Lord.
Thank you. Krishna Keshav. Number 3.
I make my obeisance unto his divine, charming, yet commanding, lofty form of golden hue. That beautiful figure shames the mad ecstasy of golden lotus stems. Venerated by tens of millions of cupids, the moons of the toenails of my worshipful divine master reveal the beauty of his lotus feet. Perpetually do I make obeisances unto that effulgence emanating from the toenails of the holy feet of my Lord.
Dr. Sahu, would you like to read?
Yes, like the moon that delights the stars, he is surrounded by his circle of personal servitors, making their hearts bloom in divine ecstasy. The malicious non-devotees are made to flee in panic by the sound of his thunderous roar, and the simple, inoffensive souls attain the ultimate fortune by accepting his lotus feet. I make my obeisance unto him. Perpetually do I make obeisance unto the brilliance emanating from the tunnels of the holy lotus feet of my Lord.
Okay, thank you. Pragya, are you still there? If you'd like to read. Okay.
Uma Devi was the first one.
Okay, Uma Devi, would you like to read again?
Yes, Maharaja. He has revealed the vast, magnificent beauty of Sri Gauradama. He has broadcast of the tidings of the supreme magnanimity of Sri Gauranga throughout the whole universe and in the hearts of the recipients of his grace. He has firmly established the lotus feet of Sri Gaura. I make my obeisance unto him. Repeatedly do I make my obeisance unto the effulgence emanating from the toilets of the holy feet of my Lord.
Ananda.
He is the eternal shelter and the universal guru for the soul surrendered unto Sri Gauranga, absorbed in the service of his Gurudeva Sri Gaura Kishora. He wholly heartily adore Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur. I make my obeisance unto him perpetually. Do I make my obeisance unto the effulgence emanating for the 2 nails of the holy feet of my Lord.
And Keshav.
He is the illustrious personality to raise the flag that sings the glory of Sri Rupa, Sri Sanatan, and Sri Raghunath. His glory is sung throughout the world as non-different from the powerful personality of brilliant erudition, Sri Jiva. And he has won the renown of being one of the hearts of Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj and Thakur Narottam. I make my obeisance unto him. Perpetually do I bow down to the brilliance emanating from the toenails of the holy feet of my divine master.
Not one of the hearts, one with the hearts.
And he has one of being one with the hearts of Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj and Thakur Narottam.
Dr. So,
Yes. Bestowing his grace upon all souls, he is Hari Kirtan incarnate as the associate of Sri Gaura. He believes Mother Earth of the burden of offenses committed upon her, and he is so gracious that his endurance of all beings excels that of even a father. I make my obeisance unto him, the mind of all these qualities. Perpetually do I bow down to the effulgence emanating from the toenails of the holy feet of my divine master. Should I continue?
Which one did we just read? 8? I think Uma Devi, I guess Uma Devi's turn.
Okay, like a wish fulfilling tree for his surrendered servitor, he fulfills their hearts' aspirations. Even a tree is shamed by his magnanimity, and forbearance, and great personalities who are competent to confer boons. They too worship his lotus feet. I make obeisance unto him. Repeatedly do I bow down to the reverence emanating from the toenails of the holy feet of my divine master.
Got it. And Harinandaji?
Yes, Maharaj. The crow jaguar on the Paramahansa, the prince of the treasure of the supreme perfection of life, Sri Krishna Prema. He accepted the robe of mendicant sannyasi used to deliver the fallen soul. The topmost Tridandi sannyas attend his lotus feet. I make my obeisances unto him. Perpetually do I bow down to the effulgence emanating from the toenails of the holy feet of my divine master.
All right, thank you, Prabhu. And then Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj.
He is the dear most intimate follower of the divine daughter of Sri Vrishabhanu, and I know myself as the most fortunate by taking the dust of his holy feet upon my head. I make my obeisance unto his invincible, wondrously purifying lotus feet. Perpetually do I bow to the brilliance emanating from the toenails of the holy feet of my divine master.
Okay. I think this is a nice way to end the new year and the old year and begin the new year by praising Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivraja Kacharyasta Tarasata, Sri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada, Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Gurudev, Srila Chayadev, Srila Santa Maharaj Ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai Samaveda Bhaktivinda Ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai Go Premanandi.
Hari Hari Bol.
Jai Harinanda Prabhu Ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai Aditya Ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai Darshani Ki Jai.
Jai.
Bhagavati Ki Jai. Jai Priyaatmani Ki Jai.
Jai.
Uma Devi Ki Jai. Dr. Sahu Ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai Krishna Kesava Prabhu Ki Jai.
Jai.
Devi Ki Jai.
Jai.
All glories to the assembled devotees, and glory to the worldwide. Lord Premanandi, Hari Hari.
Hari Hari Bol.
Sripad Paramahamsa Sripad Bhakti Madhava
Sripad Bhakti Maharaj.
Jai. Dandavat Pranam.
Please have a happy new year. Love
Happy
to
New
you.
Year, everyone.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everyone. Maharaj, Happy New Year.
Yes, you too.